years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge-watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry. And this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
Riverton Blodorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blodorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blodorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blodorn Lumber.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Good afternoon, sports fans. Lander Valley High School Tiger basketball football is on the air. Had a little technical difficulties getting away. Roberts, the quarterback for Douglas, is going to be short of the first down. Lander took the first handoff and went 10 plays and 66 yards. Parker Burton with the rushing touchdown from 2 yards out. And Andrews added the point after touchdown. So it's Lander 7 and Douglas 0. 6:15 to go here, first period of play. Douglas has a third down and 1 yard to go as Roberts picked up 4 yards that time. He's the only one who's carried so far, has 9 yards on 2 carries. Big third down play. Lander has a 4-man defensive front. There's the snap, the handoff going on the far side. There's going to be enough carry for the first down. He breaks one tackle, breaks another across midfield into Lander territory, and running with the ball is Oria. And he is a pretty fancy runner. And Milo Oria is a junior running back, wears number 28, and he picks up the first down. He goes from the 25 to the 49 of Lander. That is a 26-yard run. So Oria gets 26 on his first carry. And Lander now on defense. Douglas in their end of the field. It is a shotgun formation for Roberts. 1 man in motion. There's the snap, and it's Roberts with the carry. He breaks away from one, breaks another, has a first down, still going across the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. So that's a nice 16-yard gain by Roberts as he now has, that was 5 and 4 is 9, and 16 is 25. 25 yards on 3 carries. First down, 10 yards to go for the Douglas Bearcats. Their quarterback comes up to the line of scrimmage, and that is Colin Roberts. Snap on the near side. Roberts pitches it. Oh, what a great penetration by Parker Burton. And that is, that's not Parker Burton. That is Darian Herford. Darian Herford comes in, makes a big tackle on Milo Oria, and the loss is going to be back to the 37-yard line. That's a loss of 4 yards on the play. So Oria goes back yards 4, and he now has 22 yards on 2 carries. And it's going to be second down, 15 yards to go. Hash mark on the far side. Douglas dressed in white with blue trim and red helmets. Their colors are red, white, and blue. Now still in the gun. Here's Oria. Has a shot. Gives it off on the running back to the left side. Not much yardage there for Jarrett Jones. So Jones gets the call, and Jones gets just a few yards back to perhaps close to that original line of scrimmage. They're going to mark him down at the 34, so it's a 3-yard gain by Jones. Third down now and 11 yards to go for the Bearcats. 3:44 to go here, first period of play. Lander with a 7-0 lead on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Okay, Douglas comes in. Everyone's up in tight. One man in the backfield behind Oria, the quarterback. There's a delay. Here's the snap, I think.
Trying the hard count.
They're trying to get Lander to jump off sides, and they can't do it. Thank you.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to get the hard count there, but great job by the Lander defense not moving the muscle there on the defensive line or anything like that causes Douglas to call a timeout.
3 minutes, 15 seconds to go here, first period from Bill Bush Stadium in Lander. It's the Lander Valley homecoming, and the Tigers lead 7-0 in that first series by Lander that we were off the air for. Cody West carried 3 times for 26 yards. Cole Espinoza once for 22. Parker Burton had the 2-yard carry for the touchdown, and that is where we are right now. Hollingshead has had 3 passes, completed 2 for a total of 16 yards, and Cody West on the initial kick had a 19-yard kick return. And of course, after the Lander touchdown, Caleb Andrews kicked the ball into the end zone, so no return by the Douglas Bearcats. So it is now third down, 11 yards to go. Douglas took the timeout after failing to draw Lander offside. Here comes Oria, number 28, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 2 men in the backfield in the offset eye. Here's one man in motion. Here goes Aria again around right-hand side. Picks up some yardage across the 30 down to about the 26-yard line. So that will be a gain of 8 yards, but it's not enough for the first down. So Oria gets 8 yards on the carry. He has 30 yards on 3 carries. So it is fourth down, and they're going to go for it here. They need 4 yards for the first down. Just under 2:50 to go here in the first period. Lander leading 7-0 on our Wyo Today scoreboard. Okay, Oria breaks the huddle for the Bearcats, and they come up. Everyone's in tight. One man is split out in the slot on the left side. Here's Oria. He has the run. He's going around left side. He gets caught, but I think he's got the first down. He just made it to the marker on the left side, and they're going to give him the first down, I believe. The ball is right at the 23-yard line, and that's where he needed to get.
It's close.
So the officials are eyeing it right there, and boy, it is really close. And they're going to call a timeout for a measurement as we have a big flash of lightning out in the back of the Wind Rivers. So they're going to take a look at it. I'm going to put the glasses on it here, Andrew, and it looks very, very close.
It's right on that 23.
Yeah, it's going to be short by an inch, I think. Yeah, it's short by an inch. Lander will hold on downs. So Lander gets the ball back on the play, on the carry that time by the quarterback, Milo Oria. He's a junior. He normally doesn't do quarterbacking. He's usually a running back, but he's been doing the calling here. So the Lander Valley Tigers take over now at the 27-yard line. as the Tigers hold on downs. And Lander gets the turnover. Well, good start for the Lander defense, Andrew.
Yes, very good start. Very good stop on that 4th down. Very close, but got the stop. Here we go.
Hollingshead in the shotgun. Cody West on his left hip. West doesn't get the handoff. Paxton Hollingshead holds the ball and goes ahead up across or near the 30-yard line. Is that across or right on the 30? No, it's going to be at the 29-yard line. I beg your pardon. So only a gain of 2 yards on the play by Hollingshead. And the Tigers will now have it 2nd down and about 4 yards to go. So the Tigers come back up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers split out wide to the left side, 1 on the right side. 1 man in the backfield is Cody West with Hollingshead. There's the snap. Hollingshead rolls to his left side, looks downfield, caught by Andrews. Andrews gets the catch, and it's a 1st down for the Tigers. And it'll be at the 36-yard line, 37. Let's see where it's going to be at the 36. So a great Wind River Realty 1st down for the Lander Tigers. So that's the 3rd completion by Hollingshead. It goes for 7 yards, and Andrews gets his first reception. So far, 3 different Tigers have caught the ball.
Nice rollout by Hollingshead. He rolled out to his left, kind of made a difficult pass because that's a kind of across the body, and he still completed. That was a nice pass.
Receivers on the right side this time. Here's the play-action pass. He rolls to his right side. He passes it, and it's incomplete, intended for Cody West, right at the midfield line. And so that falls incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down now for the it'll be 2nd down for the Tigers at the 36-yard line. So Hollingshead so far, Andrew, has completed 3 of 5 for 23 yards.
Yes, Hollingshead this season has been very, very sharp through the air.
Okay, Tigers are huddling on the near sideline, up to the line of scrimmage. Here come the Tigers. We've got 1 man in the slot. 1 man split out wide left. 1 man in the backfield is West. There's the handoff, and it goes to West. And West is going to go far ahead. He's got a lot of daylight across the 50, across the 45, down to the 41-yard line. That is a great carry. So he goes down to the 41, and let's see, that is 14 and 9 on the carry. So that's 23 yards on that carry by Cody West.
The ball was almost stripped out of his hands. A nice job by Cody West holding on to that football with a tight grip right there and spinning off multiple tackles. Nice run by Cody West.
That was another Wind River Realty 1st down. Hash mark on the near side. Hollingshead takes it straight up the middle. He's got some running room. He's at the 30. He's at the 25-20. He's at the 15, at the 10, and knocked out of bounds about the 6-7 yard line as that was going to be a pass, wasn't it?
It was supposed to be a pass. It was kind of a run-pass option. Hollingshead kept the ball, was going to look to pass, and the pressure broke down on him, and he stepped up in the pocket and got nice yardage into the red zone here for the Lander Tigers.
Okay, that is a 34-yard pass play, or a rush, 34-yard rush by Hollingshead, and it goes down to the 6-yard line. So Tigers have it 1st down, goal to go, 47 seconds to go here in the 1st period. Lander leading 7-0 on our WYO Today scoreboard. Hash mark on the far side. Hollingshead comes out under, no, that is not Hollingshead at the quarterback. That is Romer. And here's a pitch, goes to West, and West gets a couple of yards across the 5 down to the 4-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3 yards on the play by West. He now has 52 yards on 6 carries. So that's the first time that we saw Garrett Romer come in at quarterback for the Tigers.
On the play prior, Hollingshead, where he got pushed out of bounds, his helmet came off. So I think he had to come out for a play because of the helmet, the hard hit probably too. Probably coach wanted to pull him for that play.
And the officials, if he lost his helmet, he had to go out. So Hollingshead is back in the game for the Tigers. Hash mark on the near side. They're down at the 4-yard line. There's the snap, handoff, goes a reverse at the goal line west, and he's going to be stacked up just short of the goal line. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line, so he gets 3 yards on the carry. And Lander will have it 3rd down and goal to go, and the ball is just outside of the goal line, and that's the end of the first period of play. And after 1 period here in Lander, the Lander Valley Tigers have 7 and the Douglas Bearcats 0. Lander knocking on the door.
Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming!
Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College. Offering 2- and 4-year degree programs in a variety of fields, Central Wyoming College is transforming lives and strengthening communities through learning, leadership, and connection. Discover Thermopolis is proud to stand with our Bobcats. From local attractions to hometown pride, there's always something to cheer about here. Discover Thermopolis, celebrating our community and rooting for the Bobcats all season long.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting, "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Back again, Lander at the goal line. Here's Espinoza. Espinoza stood up right before the goal line. He did not make it, so it'll be a 3rd down and goal for the Tigers as Espinoza did not make it. Tigers go right back up to the line of scrimmage very quickly. Under center, Hollingshead straight ahead, and I believe he's got the touchdown. Well, let's wait. They're unpacking it. I don't see it yet. Touchdown. Touchdown Tigers. So the Paxton Hollingshead gets the score, and it comes with 11:28 to go here in the second period. Paxton with the sneak over the goal line, and now Andrews comes in for the PAT. And let's see, we have Drew Hodges is talking with the umpire, and now Jim Burton comes out and wants to know what that was about. There is no flag on the field, but the official is summoning something. We have an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Lander. I have no idea what that's about. But the official ran over to the Douglas sideline first, then ran over to the Lander sideline. Apparently they're going to mark it off on the kickoff. So Andrews, hold by McFadden. 11:28 to go, 13-0 Lander. Here's the extra point. The kick, it's up, it's long enough, it's high enough, and it is good. And now with 11:28 to go, it's Lander 14, Douglas 0.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Back again, Lander had an unsportsmanlike penalty called against them, and so that moves the kickoff all the way down to the 25-yard line in Lander territory. So going deep back to receive for the Douglas Bearcats, we have Ryland Van Doren, and I think Jones is back there. If you'll turn so I can see his number. Here's the kick by Andrews. It's a long end-over-ender kick, and it comes down and bounces. Picked up at the 6-yard line, picked up by the 6. There's a runner off to the right side, collared and knocked out of bounds at the 20, a 14-yard return by the Douglas Bearcats. And let's see, do I have that young man's number here? Let me check the roster that Douglas sent us. And no, I don't have that. Where is that? Do you have the, oh, here it is. There, number 1 there. No, there isn't. We don't have a number 1 on our roster. So number 1 returned it, goes all the way to the 20-yard line. So that's where the Douglas Bearcats will start, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They come out with receivers twins to the left, single to the right in the gun, one man in the backfield. Here's the handoff to him. Nothing doing, piled up, and there's going to be a loss on the play. Boy, the interior of that Lander line really came through, and guess who was there? Caleb Hamilton led the charge for the Lander Valley Tigers. And they're going to move the ball back to the 16-yard line, or 17. Was there a penalty on the play, Andrew?
No, I didn't see a flag, but there was a big flash of lightning. I don't know if that's what there's.
Yeah, there was a penalty. Okay. It was against Douglas for a false start, but it was denied, and Lander takes the yardage back to the 17-yard line. So it's a loss on 3, and the Bearcats now will be second and 13 on the play. So a -3 here on that play. Man in motion now. There's the snap, a low snap. Pitch over to the right side. There's the rush, and it goes out of bounds about the 22, 23-yard line. Not a big gain there. And the line is going to be to the 23. So a 6-yard gain on that play by Roberts, and he now has 5 carries for 28 yards. 3rd down, big play here for the Tigers and for the Bearcats. They need 7 yards for the 1st down. Receivers split out wide on each side. Single receivers on each side. And we have a power I in the backfield. And there's a man in the motion, false start again. That's going to be the 2nd penalty here against Douglas. So they are now going to be penalized 10 yards on 2 plays. Lander had a 15-yarder in the first period. So far, fairly clean game. So they're going to mark the ball back to the 18-yard line on the penalty. And it is going to be 3rd down and 12. Big play here, 10:40 to go until halftime. Lander 14, Douglas 0. Tigers come into this game undefeated, and Douglas is 2-2.
Big 3rd down.
Here's the snap.
And that's another false start.
And there's another false start. So we're going to have 3 penalties in a row against Douglas, and they're going to go backwards even further. So they hadn't had a penalty, and now it's all the way back to the 13-yard line on the penalty. So 3 consecutive penalties. Douglas is going backwards. 10:40 to go here. Now it's a 3rd down and 17. Yeah, it was a 3rd down and 7. Now it's 3rd down and 17 with those penalties. In the gun, quarterback calls for the ball, and he rolls, play action pass, throws downfield, and it's incomplete. Intended for number 1. And running the play that time was Jay Meyer. Meyer, the quarterback that time, Jay Meyer. and he is 0 for 2 in the passing department.
The pass was intended for number 7, Cass Lenzen.
Okay. Lenzen, the ball was just led, so we have a punt now, and the punter is Roberts. He's back at the goal line, and Lander's Finn McFadden at the midfield line. There's a high end-over-end kick, and it comes down and bounces, and, it takes a huge Douglas bounce, and it rolls all the way down to the 38-yard line, and so that's where Lander will start at their own 38, and wisely that time, Andrew, McFadden didn't try to catch that ball.
Yes, wisely. That was a unlucky bounce for Lander, but a lucky one for Douglas.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Tigers will start over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. 10:21 to go here, first period. 14-0 Lander on our WYO Today scoreboard. So far, we've had good rushing by the Tigers. Cody West has rushed 7 times for 55 yards. Espinoza once for 22. And Hollingshead has rushed 3 times for 33 yards. So here come the Tigers out from the huddle. Hollingshead in the gun. 1 man in the backfield. Parker Burton in motion. 1 man split out wide to the right side. Handoff goes to West, and he gets ahead for nothing. He is stopped right away. Good defensive pressure that time. Coming in, making the stop is Braxton Spence for the Bearcats. So there's no gain on the play. And they'll stay at the 38-yard line. Clock moving now, just under 10 minutes to go here. First half, Lander leading by 2 touchdowns. Tigers come out in their black uniforms. They're all wearing pink socks, pink high-rise socks. Okay, same formation. Now Espinoza in the slot, and he moves to the right side of the line now. Hollingshead in the shotgun. There's the snap, back to pass, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Cody West. So that is the 3rd incompletion, 3 of 6 for Paxton Hollingshead. Stops the clock with 9:28 to go.
Right there on that play, it looked like there was a bit of confusion of where a couple of guys were supposed to go. So maybe the confusion led to the pressure from Douglas and the incomplete pass.
You're right, Andrew. The Tigers were not set up correctly, and Paxton kept moving folks along. Now here comes Andrews into the lineup for Parker Burton. And it'll be a big 3rd down play, 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Hollingshead is 3 for 6 in the passing department for 23 yards so far. He's in the backfield in the gun. 1 man in the slot, 1 man split out wide. Here's the handoff and a whistle. And we've got motion on Lander, apparently. Well, let's see. Yeah, it's illegal motion on Lander. So that's their 2nd penalty for 20 yards in the game, and that'll move them back down to the 33-yard line on the penalty. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they need to get to the 48-yard line, so they've got a long way to go. 5, 10, 15, 18 yards. So it's 3rd down and 18. Tigers regrouping in the huddle. Let's see what they come up with. My guess would be a pass. Wouldn't you say so?
I would also guess it's a 3rd and long, and in 3rd long situations, you're going to see the pass happen majority of the time.
And in lone man in the backfield is the quarterback. Hollingshead, empty backfield. Man in motion. Back to pass. Long pass downfield. And it is caught and dropped by Andrews. Andrews had it at the 30-yard line, and it went right out of his hands, and he knew it. So just an incomplete pass, and Lander will have to punt from their own 33. And let's see who'll do the punting chores this time. That was Braden Baker, and Braden is not, he's out for about 9 weeks. He had a knee injury and some torn ligaments in his knee. So who's that back there punting now? It's not Baker.
That is
Is it Romer?
That is Romer.
Okay. Garrett Romer will be punting from about his own 25-yard line.
That was a nice pass by Hollingshed there. Beauty in the air.
Here's the snap, the kick, high end-over-end kick. It's going to come down and bounce, takes a Lander bounce this time, goes to the 35-yard line, and that's where Douglas will start. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line. So the Douglas Bearcats will now have another possession. This is their third possession of the game. Lander's defense held them on downs their first possession, and on their second possession, they also were held on downs. So the Lander defense has been pretty stout so far, Andrew.
Yeah, they have, and it's that defensive line. I really am interested as to what Douglas's quarterback situation is, because we've seen Milo, who's listed as a running back in there, and then we've seen another guy who's listed as a wide receiver. So really curious to see what they got going on.
Milo is the quarterback, and here's the pitch. Knocked up in the air, and he's going to be tripped up and knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. And that was Big Country there that made the stop for the Lander Tigers. It's going to be a loss of a yard back to the 34-yard line. No, they're going to move it right up on the 35, so no gain at all on the play. So no gain that play for Roberts, so he has 6 carries, 28 yards. Out of the huddle come the Bearcats on the far side. 2 runners in the backfield with Oria. 1 man in motion. There's the handoff, and he didn't get the handoff made. And Lander comes in and gets a big stop. Caleb Hamilton in there for the big stop, and it goes all the way back now to the, where are they going to mark the football? It's at the 34-yard line, so they are giving him forward progress, a loss of 1 yard on the play by Oria. 29 yards now on 4 carries for the Douglas quarterback. And you're right, Andrew, they've been switching. They've got 3 guys that have played quarterback so far.
Yeah, they have. I'm really curious as to what the situation is. Maybe their starting quarterback is hurt, but I'm not going to make assumptions here.
Milo Oria is a junior. He's in the gun, takes a 3-step back, throws a pass, intercepted by the Tigers at the 42-yard line. Lander gets another pass interception. They've been averaging 2 a game, and let's see who that was that picked that off.
I'm going to say that's number 26.
Yeah, that was
Cole
Espinoza. An INT by Espinoza. And that is a big break for the Lander Valley Tigers with 7 minutes to go in the first half of play. Lander with a 14-0 lead. So Lander takes over at the 33-yard line. That was an interception from the 41. So that is an 8-yard return by Espinoza on the INT. Nice 8-yard return. So Tigers have the ball. First down, 10 yards to go at the 33 of Douglas. Hash mark, far side of the field. Tigers come out with 2 receivers split out wide to the right side. In the gun is Hollingshead. 1 man in the motion is Burton. Burton now stops on the left-hand side. Back to pass, Hollingshead. There's a pass to Burton. Wide open, touchdown, Lander.
Touchdown, Tigers with 6:53. Oh, my word.
Well, that was 11. That wasn't Burton.
Darian Herford.
Wide
Darian
open.
Herford. Wide open over the middle.
You don't see much from Herford.
No, you don't. So let's correct that. It was Darian Herford, 33-yard reception at 6:53 to go, and Lander is now up 20. Here's Andrews for the PAT. The kick is up, high enough, long enough, and it is good enough. So Lander now goes out on top over the Douglas Bearcats, 21-0.
Your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Golden Buffalo Jewelry in Riverton knows that sports bring our community together, from Friday night lights to weekend tournaments. They're proud to cheer on our local athletes and support the teams that give us so much to root for. At 407 East Main, you'll find something special for everyone. Timeless pieces, unique gifts, and a selection worth exploring. Stop in, discover the perfect treasure, and know you're supporting a business that supports local sports. Where community and sparkle shine side by side. Call 307-857-2789 today.
Your car or truck isn't...
Ernie Over and Andrew Garcia back with you at Bill Bush Stadium. Homecoming in Lander. Huge crowd tonight, Andrew. The stands on the near side are completely full or packed with Lander folks. And there's about half of the bleachers on the far side with folks from Douglas. Andrews approaches the football from the 40. There's the kick into and out of the end zone. And so the Douglas Bearcats now will take over first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. You know, it's amazing, Andrew. We've had the Tigers have had interceptions in each of their games this year.
I can believe that. This Lander Tiger defense has been outstanding. The front has been outstanding, and the DBs have been awesome as well. Like you said, averaging about 2 interceptions this season. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, they had 3 INTs against the Torrington Trailblazers last weekend over in Torrington. So let's see who's coming out as the quarterback for the Douglas Bearcats. And it's going to be, I can't see his number. He's under center. They're in the power I. He takes the snap and reverses. One man gets away, another man gets away. He's running, he's got a first down all the way across the 30 down to the 36-yard line. And who is that? That's, what number is that? 28? That's Oria. So Oria had and the quarterback that time was Braxton Spence. So third different quarterback. And the passes, or the rush is all the way to the 36-yard line, 16 yards by Aria. So that's now 45 yards on 5 carries for him. So Spence in the under center moves back now. Aria back as the quarterback. And he fumbles the ball a little bit, but he gets on the outside and trapped. He breaks one tackle, breaks another, and he's across the 45, very close to that first down. As a matter of fact, I think we might have to have a measurement here, Andrew. It looks to be right at the 46. And they're going to give him the first down, I think. Yeah, they're going to give him the first down. So Aria takes it and rambles up to the 46. First down carry. He has 10. He has 6 carries, 55 yards unofficially.
Multiple times, Oria has had a bobbly snap, and he's made nothing out of, or something out of nothing.
Back again in the gun. 2 men in the backfield along with him. Now we have a timeout called. And we'll be right back. Bill Bush Stadium, Lander 21, Douglas 0.
Bears, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Stay at the newly renovated Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, proud sponsor of all sports teams, home and away. Experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience with Hampton's top-notch amenities, including a free hot breakfast, complimentary dinner and drinks Monday through Thursday evenings, a sweet shop for snacks and essentials, a pet-friendly environment and an indoor hot tub pool, and a fitness center to keep up with your workout routine. We've got everything you need for an exceptional stay. Reserve your stay now on our website, Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, where comfort meets convenience.
Ernie Over and Andrew Garcia back with you from Bill Bush Stadium in Lander. Tigers have 6 minutes to go until halftime. They've got the ball, and it's a the Douglas Bearcats have the ball. Lander leads 21-0. Football is at the 46-yard line in Douglas territory, and Lander had called that timeout. So Douglas comes back out. Aria is the quarterback. He's got 2 men alongside of him. Low snap, picks it up, moves to his right side. There's a flag down, and the carry is just across the 50-yard line. It'll be 5 yards, but let's check out the flag. And we have the umpire. Where is he at? Oh, there he is. Flag is in the backfield of the Douglas Bearcats, and Douglas was moving back already. And we have illegal shift. Illegal shift, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And they mark it off from the previous line of scrimmage, and it goes down to the 41-yard line. So that's a nice penalty for the Bearcats. They have been penalized 20 yards, all on 5-yard penalties so far this quarter. All right, coming back up to the line of scrimmage, Milo Oria, the quarterback, in the gun. 1 man in the slot, 2 men in the backfield, 1 man in motion. Here's the handoff. It goes to the man in motion. He finds a little bit of room, but gets back just past the original line of scrimmage, and they're going to mark him down at the 48-yard line. So it'll be a 7-yard gain on the play. And that was Meyer, the carrier. So it is going to be 2nd down now, and they're going to need 8 yards for the first down, just 2 yards out of the 50-yard line on the Douglas side of the field. Hash mark on the near side. Clock moving, 5:20 to go, 21-0 is the score. Lander with the lead. Up to the line of scrimmage. Lander's got a 4-man defensive front. There's the snap to Oria. He's caught in the backfield, ran into his own man, and is drugged down. And coming in there, making that stop is Hereford. Darian Hereford comes in and makes the stop. And there's going to be no gain on the play. They're going to stay right at the 48.
Hereford is really having a nice game here so far in this first half.
Yes, he is. And Oria gets caught behind the line, and he falls forward. He has 7 carries, 55 yards unofficially so far. Okay, here we come. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Big play here for both Douglas and Lander. Oria's in the quarterback, has 2 runners to his right side. Football's on the ground. There's a quick pass dropped. It'll be 4th down. And that was intended that time. 21 dropped the pass, Douglas Umana. So it's going to be 4th down, and Douglas is going to have to punt. And coming on to punt is Umana. He's the guy who dropped that pass. Umana back at the 35. The kick is almost blocked. It's a high end-over-ender, and it comes down to McFadden. McFadden at the 18-yard line. He cuts left. He cuts right. Flag is down. McFadden still going up to the 48-yard line, but I think we've got a hold against Lander. Wouldn't you say that would be the case?
I would agree so. It's at the 27-yard line, right where all those moves were made, so I would believe this is a holding call.
And that was a great move by McFadden as he evaded several tackles, but of course the penalty flag came down. It's down at the 27, as Andrew said. And the umpire looks straight at us here in the press box. Holding is the call that we thought. So that'll be a penalty against Lander. And the Tigers have now been penalized 35 yards. 3 penalties for 35 yards, and the football is going to be placed all the way back on, they're back where? At the 18, 17-yard line? They're at the 17. Lander will have it at the 17-yard line. Okay, here's the Tigers up to the line of scrimmage. Twin receivers on the left, single receiver on the right. Man in motion now, sets in the slot. Here's the handoff. It's going to be a carry straight up the middle. Nice yardage that time. Was that? Yeah, that was West with the carry. He moves it from the 17 across the 20, and they're going to put it down at the 21-yard line. 4-yard gain by West. He has 59 yards now unofficially on 9 carries, and it'll be 2nd down for the Tigers, 6 yards to go. Hash mark on the near side. 3:40 to go, first half. 21-0 Lander on our Wild Today scoreboard. Tigers up to the line of scrimmage. 2 men in the slot off to the left side. 1 man in the backfield is West behind Hollingshead. West gets the carry, darts upfield, gets another couple of yards up to about the 24-yard line. That's where they're going to call him down. 3-yard gain on the play by West, who now has 62 yards on 10 carries, averaging 6 yards a carry. That's not too bad, isn't it?
That is not too bad. Cody West really doing a good job filling in for that injured Braden Baker.
Baker is here on the sidelines in a wheelchair. He was injured in last week's game at Torrington, had knee damage. He's going to be out the rest of the season. Okay, Tigers come up to the line. 2 receivers split out wide to the left side. 1 man in the backfield, 1 man in the slot. Here's the handoff. It goes to West. West finds some open territory. He is going to be gone. He's at the 30 and then brought down from behind. Big carry. I probably shouldn't have said he was gone, but he was almost gone. All the way down. They're going to mark him at the 30-yard line. So that is 26 and 20, 46-yard run by West. And that was a great rush.
Man, that was close to a horse collar penalty.
Yeah.
I thought the defender got his hands inside of the pads, but no flag on the play.
And that's another Wind River Realty first down. And I tell you what, we got to credit the O-line on that one.
Absolutely.
They opened up a hole that you could drive a truck through.
Absolutely, and the defenders didn't have the right angle to start trying to tackle Cody West, and Cody West has that speed that got him to the other side of the field.
All right, at the Douglas 30, Hollingshead in the gun. 1 man in the slot, 1 man Andrews on the far side. Here's the handoff again to West. West is collared, or not collared. He tripped up by a shoelace at the 20. And let's see, where they're going to mark him. They're going to mark him at the 21. So that is a 9-yard carry by Cody West. And let's see, he had 46, and that was 8. He had 108 before that, and he's got 118 yards by Cody West, and 1 yard to go.
Cody West is heating up.
Okay, hash mark on the near side. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Lander looking for more. They lead by 3 touchdowns. Here's the handoff. It goes to West, and he's going to get the first down. He's going to be down at the 19-yard line. So that's another Wind River Realty first down. Minute 21 to go. Lander 21-0, and West gets a couple of yards on that play. Unofficially 120 yards for Cody West on 13 carries. Boy, he's picked up the slack where Braden Baker would have those kind of numbers usually.
Yes, he has. He's carrying his performance from last week into this game as well.
West off to the left leg. There's the handoff, goes to West. He does a helicopter move and gets back to the line of scrimmage. I tell you, Douglas really came up on that one, and it was number 76, 75, Phillips or Herbert. I'm not sure. They both have the same number here. And we have a timeout called on the field. 55 seconds to go in the first half. Lander 21, Douglas 0.
A people. An idea for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
55 seconds to go here in the first half from Bill Bush Stadium in Lander on homecoming night for the Tigers. And so far it's been all Lander, 21-0. Tigers are knocking on the door again down at the 20-yard line. 2 receivers split out wide is McFadden and Andrews. Everyone else in tight. In the gun, Hollingshead takes the snap. Back the pass. Throws in the end zone. And it's caught down at the 1-yard line. Great catch. Is that Andrews down there?
That was Andrews. The defender and Andrews are wrestling for the football as of right now.
Excuse me. Very goodness sakes. That was Andrews down at the 2-yard, a 19-yard completion. Hollingshead down, and Andrews gets that catch, and he now has 26 yards. It's just outside the goal line at the 1 yard line. 43 seconds to go. Another Wind River Realty first down for the Lander Tigers. Hollingshead comes under center this time. Full house look in the backfield. Okay, looking at that Douglas defense. There's the snap off to West. He's got an open run. A flag goes down, and he's into the end zone. But let's check off that flag. We'll have to wait to see. Yeah, it was. It could be a face mask. I'm not really sure. But Lander's moving back, so the indication is it might be against the Tigers. It was down at the 1 yard line, and West made it into the end zone. Here's the umpire. And we have holding against Lander. That's a 10-yard penalty against the Tigers. And that is their 4th penalty, and that moves them back with 20 seconds to go, back to the 11-yard line on the penalty. So that wipes out the run. So 20 seconds to go, first down, goal to go from the 11-yard line. Hollingshead now back in the gun. West in motion off to the left side. There's the snap. Hollingshead whistle, and we have a false start on Lander, I believe. Yeah, it is a false start on the Tigers. So after having a fairly clean game, they have 45 yards in penalties. They've got 5 penalties for 45 yards, and the Tigers are now going backwards, and it's at the 16-yard line now on the penalty, 2 consecutive penalties. So it's first and goal to go from the 16. Same formation for the Tigers, West in motion. Backs to Packin, Hollingshead in the end zone, all alone, touchdown Tigers, Finn McFadden. Finn McFadden gets it as the clock hits 0-0, and it is a 16-yard TD pass to McFadden. And the Tigers now go up on our Wild Today scoreboard 27-0. And they overcame the 3 penalties that time.
Yes, they did. And Hollingshead did a great job stepping up in that pocket, avoiding the pressure and finding the wide open Finn McFadden in the back of the end zone.
And I mean, he was wide open. The kick is up, high enough, long enough, and it is good enough. And we have timeout. It is halftime at Lander, and the Lander Valley Tigers 28 and the Douglas Bearcats 0. And we'll be back with our United States Marine Corps halftime show right after this.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Hot Springs Pharmacy is proud to cheer on our hometown Bobcats. Whether it's game night or school night, we've got the prescriptions, health essentials, and friendly service you can count on. Hot Springs Pharmacy, your local team, your local pharmacy. Let's have a big cheer for our hometown team.
Midway operates our 4 showrooms as one location, giving you by far the biggest selection of inventory in the region. Midway has the best buying experience before and after the sale. Our team members have more experience and knowledge to better serve you. Midway's success is based on hard work. Our team members give 110% to make sure you have a fast, enjoyable experience. We have what you need. At Midway, you're not just a customer, you're part of the Midway family.
Head to Nana's Bowling and Bakery in DuBois for family fun night. Now booking parties for all ages and occasions. To reserve your company, family, or birthday party, call 455-3660. Nana's Bowling and Bakery is proud to support Fremont County student athletes.
For more than 40 years, Porter's Mountain View Supply has been serving central Wyoming with top brand name spas, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor grills. With 2 locations in Riverton and Casper Plus financing available for your purchase, Porter's offers expert advice, quality products, and service along with maintenance. Porter's, your local spa, stove, and fireplace provider in Riverton at the corner of Sunset and North Federal.
Clogged drains? Top Priority Drain Cleaning's got you. Fair prices, top service, and a lowest price guarantee. Show any past price and they'll beat it by 5%. Call Top Priority now at 307-709-CLOG. They would like to wish all the Fremont County teams good luck this year.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
Hi, my name is Deputy Chris.
Ernie Over and Andrew Garcia back at Bill Bush Stadium in Lander, where the Lander Valley Tigers have a 28-0 lead over Douglas at the halftime mark. And Andrew, the Tigers, even though they lost Braden Baker, haven't missed a beat on the ground game, have they?
No, they have not. Cody West has really stepped up for that injured Braden Baker, and like you said earlier, or like I mentioned earlier, really picking up from where he left off last week when Braden Baker went down in that second quarter. Cody West had a big second half there in Torrington against the Trailblazers, and it seems to be carrying over here tonight.
Looking at our scoring summary for the Lander Valley Tigers, who got on the board first at the 7:10 mark of the first period. It was a 2-yard run by Parker Burton, and Andrews added the PAT, and that was after a very, very nifty 46-yard run by Cody West that put them in possession for that. So with the Andrews PAT, Lander 7-0. At the 11:28 mark of the second period, it was quarterback Paxton Hollingshead with a quarterback sneak from the 2-yard line, and Andrews added the PAT. It was Lander 14-0. And then when 6:53 to go until halftime, it was a pass, a 33-yard pass from Hollingshead to Darian Herford, and the PAT by Andrews, and that made the score Lander 21-0. That was a one-play drive, by the way, and that was right after Cole Espinoza had intercepted a pass, and Tigers got the ball on the turnover. Douglas was unable to move. Matter of fact, Douglas has been unable to move this whole game. They were held out on downs their first series. They were held out on downs their second series. Their third series was the IN2 by Espinoza, and then they had a punt for their fourth series of the game. So Douglas has not been able to move the ball well against the Lander defense. Final Lander score of the half came at the 0-0-0 mark, and that was a 16-yard touchdown pass from Hollingshead to McFadden. The PAT by Andrews, and that's where we are, 28-0. And we'll be right back with some individual stats right after we take this timeout.
Sheriff's Office. I wanted to remind everyone that no matter how big your kiddo might seem, they should probably still be sitting in a booster seat. My son, Sylvester Grove, 9 years old, still sits in a booster seat in my vehicle. I've responded to far too many crashes where there have been kids not buckled up and have seen the worst. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
WyoGlass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. WyoGlass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. WyoGlass is Lander.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Okay. Ernie Over and Andrew Garcia back with you here at Bill Busch Stadium. Big crowd tonight, Andrew.
Yes, beautiful. It was a big crowd. The student section is packed, and the rest of the stands are also packed. We have fans standing on the other side of the stand, on the left side of the stands, because there's nowhere to sit because of how packed it is. And great game to be packed as Lander is up 28-0 at half.
Yes, exactly. The Tigers came up with 21 points in that second period to lead the game 21-0. Looking at individual statistics, Cody West has carried the ball 14 times unofficially for 119 yards. Cole Espinoza has the one touchdown for 22 yards. Hollingshead has carried the ball 3 times for 38 yards. And Parker Burton has one carry for 2 yards and 1 touchdown in the game. Hollingshead has put the ball in the air 9 times. He's 5 of 9 for 75 yards. Andrews, his favorite receiver so far, 2 receptions for 26 yards. McFadden has, I forgot to put McFadden's down in here, that 16-yard catch. So he has 2 receptions for 26 yards. That'll change. So Lander has a 101 in passing, not 75 yards. I'm glad I caught that. And Hereford has the 33-yard pass. Darian Hereford. Cody West has 1 reception for 6 yards. So let me refigure the numbers here. So that would be let's see, that would be 181. That's a 2. That is an 8. And that is a 282 yards of total offense for Lander. They have 181 on the ground, 101 in the air. For the Douglas Bearcats, they have no passing yardage and 133 yards on the ground. So Lander leading the total yardage 282 to 133 unofficially. Oria, the quarterback, 7 carries, 55 yards. Roberts, who's also been in at quarterback, but he also is a running back, has 6 carries for 28 yards. Meyer, 1 carry for 7. Jones, 1 carry for 3. And Oria is 0 for 2 in the passing department. So total offense for Lander at this point, 282, 133 for the Douglas Bearcats. Now, Lander elected to receive. They won the punt. They won the coin toss at the beginning, Andrew, and they elected to receive. So they're going to kick off to the Douglas Bearcats. But I'm looking here at the stat sheet, and Douglas has not crossed the 50-yard line.
They did cross the 50-yard line.
I'm sorry, they got 1. Yeah, they got into the 48.
Where they were driving the ball down the field, and they came down to that 4th down play, and they came short, and they haven't gotten much offense since.
That's right.
And so that's just that Lander Tiger defense that we've been talking about all year, especially these past 2 games on the road trip. They stepped up big both in Torrington and Evanston, so continuing to do such a good job out here on homecoming night.
Riverton is leading Buffalo at halftime 27-0. And the big Fremont County shootout is right here at Bill Busch Stadium next Friday night. And it will be, if the scores hold the same, 2 undefeated teams in the East Conference battling it out for supremacy right here at Tiger Field. Riverton's won the last 2 games in that series, but before that, I think Lander had won 6 in a row. So the Tigers and the Wolverines, always a great game. So mark it on your calendar next Friday night here at Bill Busch Stadium.
Oh boy, it's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be a lot of scoring, obviously, because Riverton and Lander have put up a lot of points the first 5 5 weeks now. We're in 5 weeks into the season, so a lot of points, and this is going to be a big and important game next week here in Bill Bush Stadium.
Now, Andrew, you're a senior at Shoshone High School.
Yes, sir.
And you guys had your homecoming last night. How'd that go?
It was a nail biter. It came down to the last play. Shoshone won 28-22. It came down to the last play. Wind River was driving the ball down, and they used all their timeouts on that drive. And Wind River got down to the 4-yard line, and the clock ran out. And Shoshone, we ended up winning that game 28-22. So
wow,
it was a very exciting game and a fun game to be at. But it was a big win, a much-needed win for my guys over there.
Okay, so Shoshone Wind River is one of the big Fremont County football classics, and Lander Riverton is the other. And we'll see how those games turn out. Who do you play this coming week at Shoshone?
Shoshone goes to Wyoming Indian next Friday, I think.
Well, Wyoming Indian has not been having a great season this year. They haven't won a game yet, but you never know. That's why you play the game.
Yep, any given day.
Okay, we've got just about 3 minutes left in the United States Marine Corps halftime show here at Bill Bush Stadium. You don't join the Marines, Andrew. You become one. And we'll be right back after this.
Arapahoe First is proud to support all Fremont County athletes. Just like the hard work you put into every game, we're here for tribal and non-tribal members alike. Wishing every athlete a season of strength and success. Call 307-463-4185 to discover what Arapahoe First can do for you.
Since 1964, Valley Lumber and Supply has been more than a hometown hardware store. They've been family. From weekend projects to big builds, they've got you covered with free delivery and a team that cares. They're proud supporters of our local sports teams. Visit valleylumbersupply.com, where hometown pride builds strong projects.
Warm Valley Health in Fort Washakie is a full-service medical provider. With integrated care teams, you're always able to reach someone in your medical team. Warm Valley Health provides primary care, nephrology, podiatry, optometry, pharmaceutical, along with other services. New to Warm Valley is pediatrics and OB care. Walk-ins are welcome. That's Warm Valley Health, located at 29 Black Coal Drive in Fort Washakie. Call today, 307-332-7300.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
Okay, Ernie Over and Andrew Garcia back with you at Bill Bush Stadium. It's homecoming at Lander Valley High School. And we have got a just about a standing room only crowd here on the east side of the football field. On the far side where the Douglas fans are, it's probably about a third full over there. A lot of folks follow the Douglas Bearcats. And interestingly enough, last night I was able to have a little chit-chat session with Paige Fenton Hughes, who is the former superintendent here at Lander Fremont 1, and she has just retired as the superintendent at the Converse County School District there in Douglas, and she's now the interim director of the Wyoming Community College Commission. I was in Douglas for community college meetings, 2 days of meetings. Those went very, very well, and of course, the good news is the commission did not vote to increase tuition. They're going to put that off until they see what the state legislature does in February. So our in-state tuition for community college students in Wyoming is still $105. Well, the Douglas Bearcats have come out and are warming up, and the Lander Valley Tigers are out and they're warming up. Of course, the Tigers lost Braden Baker for the season with a big knee injury and some torn ligaments in his knee, and he's down on the sideline in a wheelchair. And, of course, we have had this is homecoming, and so just a few moments ago, the Lander Valley High School swimming team, they've won, 27, I think, in a row, 28 state championships in a row. It's a huge streak. And at homecoming, the boys swim team always comes out in their Speedos and they run around the track as a group. And the crowd has a chance to acknowledge them. So Lander Valley going for a state record swim title here this coming spring. Amazing 27 state titles in a row. And that's kind of the way the Douglas girls have been in basketball. I think they've won 11 in a row in girls basketball. So a couple of really good programs, the Lander swimming and the Douglas girls basketball. And, of course, Douglas boys basketball has been pretty good over the years as well. Matter of fact, the Douglas Bearcats have been state champions 5 times. The last time was in 2010. They had titles in 75, 78, 2008, 9, and 10. 3 in a row there. Landers had one state championship team. That was in 1948, and Bill Bush was the coach, and that's who the stadium is named after here. But the Tigers did have 3 runners-up. They were close 3 years in a row in 93, 94, and 95. They were the state runners-up when Jeff Savage was the coach here. Last year, the Tigers qualified for the quarterfinals, but unfortunately, they went up against number 1 Star Valley and lost that game at Afton. And the last win that the Tigers have put over Douglas was in 2019. That was a 31-26 mark. Overall, the Lander Tigers have won 7 games against the Douglas Bearcats. The Bearcats have won 18 in the series. And interestingly, Andrew, both schools started their football programs in 1908.
Is that right?
The Douglas Bearcats have a winning record, 485-403, with 15 ties. Lander has 376 wins, 465 losses, and 25 ties. So we are getting ready now for the kick, and the Lander Tigers will be kicking off to the Douglas Bearcats, since Lander took the first kick of the game and took it down and 6 plays for a touchdown. And so going down now for the Douglas Bearcats, we have let's see, we don't have a number 1 on our roster, do we? On either of the rosters, we don't.
We do not.
So number 1 is down there to receive the ball. And also down there is that 81? I think that must be 88. Joseph Gonzalez is down there. Andrew's set to kick off. He approaches the ball, and there's the booming kick that's going to go out of the end zone. So the Douglas Bearcats will start the 3rd period at the 20-yard line, and that's right where the Tigers want them.
Yes, sir.
Well, we mentioned Braden Baker was out for the Tigers, but Cody West really picking up the slack for the Lander Tigers. Unofficially here, 14 carries, 119 yards, and 2 touchdowns by Hollingshead and Paxton. And did we have one by West as well? Touchdown. We had Burton.
I think Cody West has
Paxton.
2.
We had a pass to Hereford. No, he hasn't had one yet. Yeah. Okay, here come the Douglas Bearcats out from the halftime break, and let's see who's going to be the quarterback. It's going to be
number 12.
Number 12.
Being Landon Martinez.
Yeah, Landon Martinez at the quarterback for the Douglas. And boy, that snap is on the ground. Handoff goes to the first man through, and that is Owen Meyer. And Meyer maybe got there's no gain on the play for Meyer. So he has 2 carries for 7 yards, and the Tigers have held on the first play. Now it's 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Just underway in the 2nd period. Lander leading 28-0 on our WyoToday.com scorecard. Okay, here we go. Coming up in position. Here's a pass. Goes out to number 1. He's downed after a gain of 3 yards.
That is number 7.
Was that 7?
Cash Lenzen on the reception.
Thank you, Andrew. Cash Lenzen. They're gonna give him 4 yards up to the 24. That is the first pass completion today. Myers is 1 for 3 in the department. And Lenson gets that 4-yard catch. So
seems like they figured out, or at least for this drive, where they won at quarterback, they've had Landon out there this first drive.
Landon, play action pass. There's a long pass down the field and catching it and knocking it out of bounds. I don't believe it's enough for the first down, or is it? Yeah, I believe it is. It's at the, they're going to put it across the 30 to the 31. That'll be a first down on the play, a 7-yard gain on that pass play. So Myers gets it over to, was that 12 on the reception?
No, that was Cash Lenzen again.
Oh, that was Lenzen
seems
again.
Seems to be the favorite for Landon Martinez.
Okay, 2 catches for 11 yards. Here's the snap. Rolls to his right side. Under pursuit. Breaks one tackle. Breaks another. He's really chugging up close to the 40-yard line before he's finally drugged down. That's Lanson on the carry. And he goes to the 39-yard line. So that is a gain of 8 yards on the play up to the 39. So a good run that time by Lanson. 8 yards. So it's just about a yard and a half to go for the first down. We're at 10 minutes to go here in the third. Lander 28 and Douglas nothing. Okay, Lanson up to the line of scrimmage with this team. He's in the gun. No, that's Aria back there. The handoff goes to, let's see, that goes to Meyer, and Meyer gets a first down carry. He goes to the 38-yard line. And is that a first down? Are they going to move it, the chains? Yes, they're going to move the chains. So it goes to the 43. That would be a 5-yard gain. And that is Jones who carried. He has 8 carries now on 2. So first down, 10 yards to go for the Douglas Bearcats. They're at their own 42-yard line. Aria back in there as quarterback. Has one man in the slot, now in motion. Here's the handoff, goes to the first man through. First down and more. It's a foot race to the end zone. And he is going to be tripped up at the 5-yard line. Nice rush that time by Owen Meyer. So Meyer goes all the way. That's 7 yards down to the 7-yard line. So that is 43. That's 50 yards on the carry by Meyer. And that is the largest gain of the day so far. He now has 3 carries for 57 yards.
Caleb Andrews on that touchdown-saving shoelace tackle. So that was a nice play nice effort by Caleb Andrews.
First down, goal to go. Aria in the gun. And the low snap again. Aria takes off, and he is smothered. It did not make any yardage at all. Great defensive pursuit by the linebackers that time for the Tigers. Hamilton was back there, and Andrews was back there for that stop for the Lander Tigers. So they're going to say no gain at all. It stays at the 7-yard line. No gain.
As we mentioned at the halftime show, this Douglas Bearcat team didn't get past the 50-yard line after that first drive. They are now inside the red zone for the first time since the first quarter.
At the 7-yard line of the Tigers, second down and goal. Aria in the gun. Moves up, talks to his tailback. And here's the snap of the center, one man in motion, and Aria is going to take it himself, and he is going to get into the end zone. No, they're going to stop him just short of the end zone. I thought we had tush push going on there. Andrew.
It was a little bit of a tush push action there, but the Lander defense stood him up at the 1-yard line, brings up a third down and 1 from the 1.
Big third down play, 6 yards on the gain by Aria. So here it is, 3rd and goal, and they're going to put it down at the, I'm going to put the glasses on it here. I think it's at the 2.
Right at the.
Yeah, it's right at the, between the 1 and the 2-yard line. Yeah. So it's right next door. You can see the line there. Yeah, it's about 1 yard, I guess.
It'll be a far 1 yard.
Okay, let's see what they do. Power formation now. In the backfield, Aria at quarterback. There's the snap. He rushes. He keeps it, and he is stopped. He is stopped at between the 1 and the goal line. Great defensive percent, and that was a misdirection play. And the Tiger defense read it beautifully.
No, he scored.
Oh, no, they gave him the touchdown. Well, we thought we had him stopped, but the umpire comes out and says, nope, that was a touchdown. So Oria gets 1 yard, 62 yards on the play. And Oria on the quarterback keeper. Here's the point after touchdown. Let's see if they have a kicker or not. Their kicker was Umana.
Offense appears to be staying out there.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for 2 here.
Down 28. You were down 28-0 prior. Why not?
They're going to go for 2. There's the snap. Aria has it, and he is. I think he stopped.
Correct.
He did not make it. The point after rush is no good. So with 7:13 to go here in the third period, it's Lander 28 and Douglas 6. We'll be right back.
Grand Altitude Federal Credit Union is more than a place to bank. It's a partner in every financial journey. From checking and savings to auto loans and mortgages, they give members the tools to move forward. Known for local service and decisions made right here in Wyoming, their team offers trusted guidance every step of the way. Proud supporters of all Wyoming sports teams, they're as committed to the community as they are to their members. Grand Altitude Federal Credit Union. Your money, your goals, your altitude.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Ernie Over and Andrew Garcia back with you. The long kick goes into the end zone. And so the Lander Tigers will have the ball first down and 10 yards to go at their own 20-yard line. And now the play-by-play for the second half and the first Lander rush of the second half. Here is Andrew Garcia.
Thank you. That was a nice drive by Douglas right there, responding, coming out of halftime with a first drive touchdown, cutting into the lead. But this Lander offense has been really on a heater that first half, so let's see if they can carry it over into the second half.
7:13 to go here in the third period, 28-6 Lander.
One receiver on the left and one receiver on the right with the back in the backfield being Cody West. Hollingshed snaps the ball. The ball will go off to Cody West. It's a handoff right up the middle. Get a gain of about 1 or 2 yards, running into a storm of black and white jerseys. Brings up a 2nd and 8 from the 22.
Yeah, they gave him 2 yards on that play, and Cody on 15 carries now unofficially 121 yards. Clock moving, 6:50 to go, third period. Lander with the ball smack dab in the middle of the field.
2nd and 8. Same formation as the last play, with the back in the backfield being on the other side of Hollingshed, now on his left side. A receiver in the slot seems to be. It will go to Cotonou. It'll be a keeper and almost intercepted. Pass intended for number 35. Sawyer almost intercepted by Karsten Moore, a senior for the Douglas Bearcats.
Boy, that was lucky, as Moore had his hand on that, had his hands on the football, but it just kind of bounced in front of him and dropped. So 3rd down and 8 now for the Lander Valley Tigers. And a big play here for Lander as Douglas has grabbed some of the momentum.
Yeah, and if that would have been an interception, that momentum would have flipped really heavily for the Douglas Bearcats. 2 receivers to the right of Hollingshed and a back in the backfield to the right of Hollingshed. Hollingshed's going to roll out to his right, fire, and throw over the head of Andrews. Just missed and brings up a 4th down and 8.
Well, here's where the game can turn on you. The Hollingshed has had 2 incomplete passes, and now the Tigers are going to have to punt it away with Garrett Romer. And going deep back for the Douglas Bearcats, he's going to be at the 40-yard line, is number 3, and that's Jarrett Jones.
Garrett Romer out to punt for the Lander Tigers. where the Douglas Bearcats go down and score on their first drive, and then Lander Tigers get stalled on theirs. Romer takes the punt, medium height punt, and it was touched by Douglas Bearcat and picked up by Peyton Underwood and brought down at the 45-yard line is where this Douglas offense will take over.
So Douglas gets the ball right back after scoring their first touchdown. They're going to mark it right at the 46-yard line, I believe. Yeah, that's at the 46, so it'll be a first down, 10-yard to go for Douglas, just 4 yards away from midfield. Clock moving, third period, 6:15, 28-6. Lander, big series here for the Lander defense.
Yeah, it is. Just as you mentioned earlier, this is how the game flips on you. And so Douglas has a chance to do what they did on the first drive, coming out of halftime and go down to score. But, you know, with how this Lander Tiger defense has been all season long, don't be surprised to see a turnover. At quarterback here is Milo Oria for this beginning of this drive. Snaps the ball. Oh, high snap, and he's going to fumble the snap. He's going to get the ball back in his hands, and he's going to lose a lot of yardage from the 46 down to the 37, loss of 9 on the play.
Yeah, and that was a very high snap. Have we been noticing the snaps have been really low or really high?
Really, really inconsistent.
And Milo is a short guy. According to the, well, he's a junior, but he doesn't have a height listed, but he's about 5 foot.
He is listed as 5'6".
Yeah.
So
5'6", okay.
One of the smallest on the team, so you're going to have maybe the center trying to adjust to that with low snaps and high snaps all night, so really inconsistent from the center. Brings up a 2nd and 19 from the 37 here for this Douglas Bearcat offense. Under center now is Landon Martinez at quarterback. 2 receivers to his left, 1 on the right, and a back in the backfield. It's gonna be a play action screen to Milo. Milo's gonna have a lot of room. A lot of room, gets passed up into the 50-yard line, and there's a flag thrown high into the air.
Well, that could be trouble for Lander. It could be an inflection on the tackle, and the umpire is now checking it over with the linesman there. And let's see what the call is going to be. They're still chatting over there just outside the 50-yard line. And the umpire has turns around to the Douglas bench. Now he turns around, talks with one of the other officials. So a little conference going on here about that play, and it happened on the sidelines. So we still don't have an indication from the umpire.
Coach Burton on the field now, right at the 50.
Yeah, he's wanting to know what the call is. Now we have all the officials. Well, we have 4 of them now over there. Here's the umpire. Let's see what the call is going to be. Well, we're waiting, still waiting.
Here we go.
And he's taking his time. All right, we have a personal foul against Douglas. So that will negate that pass play, and they'll walk it off from the 37-yard line, and that'll be their first major penalty. This is their 5th penalty of the game, 35 yards in penalties. So the line of scrimmage was the 37. The officials, are they marking it off from the spot of the foul?
They're standing right at the 37. Right at that 36.
Okay, they are.
The penalty, did they decline the penalty? So still.
Well, no, it was a rush. So, well, it's at the 37-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 19.
Trips receivers to the right and 1 on the left and a back in the backfield.
Ooh, they move first.
Milo, a pitch to the back in the backfield. That is Owen Meyer. Nice carry, gets to the original line of scrimmage at that 46-47-yard line.
Yeah, I think if they're going to put him down at the 47, it'll be 10 yards for Myers.
So it brings up a 3rd and 9, a big 3rd down here for this Lander defense.
Boy, the officials missed that. The man in the slot jumped before the snap of the ball. I had the glasses on it, but you win some, you lose some. So they're at the 47-yard line now, and it's 3rd down. Here's a big play for the Douglas Bearcats and the Lander defense, 3rd and 9.
Trips receivers to the left and a receiver in the right, back in the backfield. quarterback, Landon Martinez, going to roll out to his left, look to throw, and he is going to throw, and caught right at that first down line is Owen Meyer.
And it's going to be first down.
They're going to give him the first down. So Martinez rolls out to his left, throws to Meyer over the middle, and gives this Douglas offense an extended drive.
Okay, so that was a 10-yard gain on the pass by Lanson.
Nice progression by the quarterback, Landon Martinez, there, as he is one of 3 different quarterbacks we've seen here tonight for the Douglas Bearcats. Left hash mark at the 44-yard line, and Milo is at quarterback. Another high snap for Milo. Doesn't know where the ball is at. He's just going to dive on top. Didn't have control.
There's a scramble. I think he got it back.
He did get it back into their own territory right at that 47-yard line. So both times Milo has been at quarterback here. It has been a high snap and a loss of yardage. So
10-yard loss on the play.
Brings up a 2nd and 20 now for the Douglas Bearcats, where they have some offense going, but it's just these tiny malfunctions like this that are really holding them back.
Well, Lander has to seal the edges. That's where Douglas has been getting a lot of their yards. So let's see what they do with trips on the right side and one receiver on the left.
Milo back at quarterback, interested. Low snap this time. It'll be a option, and the ball is punched out. Garrett Romer punches the ball out, picked up by another lineman. It's punched out again in a pile, which it looked to be recovered by Lander. Darian Herford at the bottom of the pile, and it is recovered by Lander. Back-to-back fumbles for this Douglas offense gives Lander the football at that 41-yard line. Great field position, punched out by Garrett Romer. A lineman picked it up for Douglas. He fumbled it, and Darian Herford comes up at the bottom of the pile with the football, where the Lander Tigers will take over. First down.
Yeah, and it's at the 41-yard line inside the Douglas territory. So another turnover. They had turnovers on downs 3 different times. They had the one pass interception, 1 punt, and now they've had a fumble.
So this is 3 weeks in a row where this Lander Tiger defense has come up with a turnover in a crucial turning point for the opposing team.
And thanks to that very high snap by the Douglas center.
Hollingshed at quarterback, back in the backfield with 2 receivers to the right. Hollingshed drops back, looks over the middle. He's going to find Finn McFadden. Finn McFadden's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Lander Tigers. Finn McFadden on the first play of the drive for his 2nd touchdown of the night.
That was a beautiful pass play, and McFadden was wide open on the play. He was 5-6 yards ahead of his defender. So with 2:45 to go here in the 3rd period, nice 41-yard pass play to McFadden, and now Andrews up for the PAT. McFadden holding, by the way.
Beautiful pass, Ernie, as you mentioned, from Hollingshed to a wide open McFadden, and the kick is up, and it is good. So this Lander Tiger off defense gets a turnover on the defensive side and allows this offense to score on the first play of their drive, giving this Lander Tiger team a 29-point lead with 2:45 here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back with the kickoff right after this.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge-watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry, and this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
And back from the touchdown, back from our timeout, where the Lander Tigers got a defensive stop for the 3rd week in a row, a crucial stop for the 3rd week in a row, back-to-back weeks. Last week with an interception, and this week a fumble recovery by Darian Herford, and resulted in a touchdown from Hollingshed to Finn McFadden on their first play of the drive.
35-6, 2:45 to go here in the third period of play. Andrews tees it up and will get the kickoff back to the Douglas receivers.
Andrews kicks it high and into the end zone as he does per usual. So the ball will take over at the 20 for the Douglas Bearcats. Third quarter, 2:45 here on this nice night here in Lander, Wyoming. Homecoming night, and what a turnout it's been here so far.
Well, it really has been exciting. And, in the coaches show, Coach Burton said, we won the homecoming game at Evanston. We won the homecoming game last weekend at Torrington. It would be great if we could win our own homecoming game and have 3 homecoming wins in a row. And the Tigers, unless something really dramatic happens here, they're leading 35-6, just 2:45 to go in the third period, are well on the way to that third homecoming victory in a row.
So now trips to the right and one on the left, a receiver in the left, and a back in the backfield. Milo takes the snap. Milo looked like he was going to attempt to pass, and he's just going to take off and get a gain of push forward for a gain of about 4 yards. Brings up a second down from the 24.
Yeah, second down. Milo just had a nice run on that play, and he got, the Lander defense really swarmed the scene, and they got him a little bit of gain there, about 4 yards up to the 24.
So 2nd and 6. Milo had looked like he was going to attempt to pass and just brought it down and took it for those 4 yards.
The receivers were well covered.
Yes, they were. So Milo back at quarterback. It'll be a handoff in the backfield. That is Owen Meyer. And Meyer's going to get close to that first down yardage, brought down at the 29-yard line, which will bring up a 3rd and 1.
Nice 5-yard gain on the play by Myers, who now has, interesting, he has 5 carries, 72 yards. Of course, he had that big 50-yard gallop in the second period.
He did, and that resulted in a touchdown for the Douglas Bearcats, but haven't seen much offense since then for them. Third and one from the 29. Big play here for this Lander Tiger defense. Last time they punched the ball out. Back in the backfield, Milo's going to keep it, run up the middle, and get a first down and a little bit of more yardage. Looks like a gain of about 5 or 6 on the play, first down.
Went off left tackle that time and had some pretty good movement in front by the offensive line, and it picks up the first down. They're going to mark the ball right down at the 34-yard line. So that is a 5-yard gain that time. Was that Jones or Ari?
That was Milo.
That was Milo, yeah, okay, 5. He has 56 yards now on 14 carries. We're down to 75 seconds to go here in the third period.
Milo, no, not Milo at quarterback. It is Landon Martinez at quarterback, sends a receiver in motion, being Owen Meyer. He's going to give it to him. Meyer's going to cut up the middle, get a nice gain on that jet sweep, and brought down at the 40-yard line is Owen Meyer.
Parker Burton in on the Tiger that time. And let's see, the gain is going to be to the 41-yard line. That will be 7 yards on the play.
Brought down at the 41 is where the officials marked the ball down. So 2nd and 3, 40 seconds here to go in this third quarter, where everything has gone right for Lander here on their homecoming night.
To this point, yes.
That is very true. I shouldn't jinx them. So
knock on wood, yeah. And now the quarterback is changing personnel where they're going to be placed on the field.
Send Meyer in motion. He's now going to line up on the left side of Martinez, and he's going to hand it off to Milo. Milo's going to run up, have a lot of speed, and get the first down, lower that shoulder, tackled by, tackled by Finn McFadden on the play.
11 yards on the gain by Milo.
And so we have a Lander Tiger injury, and by the look of it, that is Gavin Romer.
Yeah, that's looks like we've got a little bit of a Charlie horse going on there. And, of course, the trainer comes out for the Lander Tigers. Adam, he's right there. And tell you what, we've got 9 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and we'll be right back.
An Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
Riverton Blodorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blodorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blodorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blodorn Lumber.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Back from injury timeout, the injured Tiger was Gavin Romer, who limped off the field under his own power. Definitely don't want to see that. Hopefully it's nothing too serious for Gavin. Which would be the final play here is Milo will keep the ball and get up the middle of the field and get a couple of yards, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. The Lander Tigers up 35-6 on their homecoming night, inching closer to staying undefeated, lining up a great game next week here in Bill Busch Stadium. So with that, end of the third quarter, we'll be right back with the beginning of the fourth right after this.
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College. Offering 2- and 4-year degree programs in a variety of fields, Central Wyoming College is transforming lives and strengthening communities through learning, leadership, and connection. Discover Thermopolis is proud to stand with our Bobcats. From local attractions to hometown pride, there's always something to cheer about here. Discover Thermopolis, celebrating our community and rooting for the Bobcats all season long.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting, "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a...
Back here to start the fourth quarter. Lander Tigers up 35-6. Under center was Martinez. Going to hand it off to Milo.
First down.
And gives them enough for the first down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down at the 37, Andrew. That's still a 4-yard gain, but that is enough for the first down. He has 17 carries now for 78 yards.
Yes, definitely getting a load full on the ground.
Well, you know, we talked about him being smaller. He has a lower center of gravity, and boy, he churns those legs.
He is very fast.
Hard to stop.
Coming out of that backfield. Milo in the backfield with Martinez at quarterback. He's going to give it to Milo. He's going to cut up the right side. Milo's going to turn on the Jets, just as we were talking about. First down and more. Going to cut in a nice tackle. Pushes him out of bounds at that 21-yard line. Gives the Douglas Bearcats another first down.
That was Spence on the carry, actually, 11.
Oh, was that?
Yeah.
My apologies.
And so he gets down from 37, and they're going to mark it at the 21. So that's a 16-yard gain by Spence. And a first down for Douglas. And the clock is stopped because the play went out of bounds, and here comes the play.
Down at the 21-yard line, Martinez at quarterback, trips receivers to the left and one on the right. He's going to give it to nice little bubble screen, bobbled to Owen Meyer. A nice a bobble catch by Owen Meyer gives a gain of about 6 yards on the play. Brings up a second down from the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and that's that was Lanson with the pass?
That was Martinez.
Martinez. Okay, Martinez had 6 yards on that play.
Clock at 2:50 now, 35-6. Douglas Bearcats knocking on the door of the end zone for the second time here tonight. And Milo Oria in the shot, and will take the snap. It's going to be a run up the middle, and Oria is going to get a nice, keeps turning those legs and gets brought down inside of the 5 at the 4.
Yeah, that'll be a nice 10-yard run by Aria, and he's really racking up the yards. Has 88 yards now on 18 carries, and the ball's right at the 5-yard line. Clock moving, 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Lander leading 35-6 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard.
So another first down for a Wind River Realty first down for this Douglas Bearcats. Lander defense backs against the walls here. 1st and 5 inside of 1st and 5 from the 5. Milo's going to take the snap. He's going to bounce to the right side, running, and he's going to dive forward, and will be marked down at that 1-yard line.
Yeah, his knee was down. He dove, and the knee went down first. So he gets 4 yards on the carry to the 1 officially, and 92 yards now overall. And that clock continues to run. 9:48 to go in the game. All right next to the goal line. Here come the Bearcats.
Right on the right hash. Milo at quarterback still. Milo is going to snap it and have a touchdown. Going to walk in. Milo Aria puts Douglas on the board again. Puts them at 12 points. 35-12, barring this decision. Oh no, there is a penalty on the play.
Yeah, there's a flag down at the 5-yard line. Douglas is moving back. So was it after the play or? Well, let's see. It is a personal foul. Against Lander.
Against Lander, so that'll.
Well, they'll obviously take that on the kickoff, perhaps. So the penalty was against Lander. Douglas had backed way up, and I thought, well, maybe it was against Lander. But here the ball is at the 3-yard line, and they're going to go for 2.
And Aria at quarterback still in the same formation that he's been in inside of this red zone for this 2-point conversion. He's going to snap it, low snap, rolls to him. He's going to cut up the middle and walks in, gives them 14 points on the 2-point conversion. It is good.
It was the same play that they ran for the touchdown, exactly. I was surprised Lander didn't defend that. And it is now 35-14, and we've got 9.5 minutes to go in the game.
Coach Burton is frustrated as he's talking with the captain.
So Douglas will kick off. What do you think of an onside kick at this point? They've got some mo going for them right now. They're down by 21 points.
I think it would probably be the best idea for Douglas to do it because, like as you said, they're down big, 21 points with 9:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Where, like you said, they just drove the ball down the field, and walked in the end zone was Milo Aria on that touchdown. So
well, they certainly have found their rhythm here in the second half. They didn't have it in the first half, but boy, they've had it in the second half. Their first rush here in the second half, they went 80 yards for the touchdown. They had a fumble that stopped their drive at the 47-yard line the second time. Third time they had the ball, another 80-yard drive, and this one went in for a touchdown. Okay, well, we had an injury on the Douglas side that resulted in an ambulance being called to the field, and it is now leaving the field. So we hope that whatever the incident was is not too serious over there behind the Douglas bench.
So as you mentioned, they are taking the penalty on the kickoff, and this especially because of the penalty, this would be a good spot to try the onside kick.
Yeah, it would be because they tee it up at the 45 of Lander. So that was the personal foul, and let's see what the Bearcats do here.
Will Umana try the onside kick? The ball is on the tee. They are lined up, and the way he's running, it is an onside kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, so the ball will be spotted at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he didn't get a bounce on that.
No, that was all air.
Now, you like to get a bounce that goes up in the air, but that one just flew right out of bounds. And, well, I'm sure that's something they'll have to be coaching up after this game. So Lander will take over, first down, 10 yards to go. They're at the 34-yard line in their own territory. So Lander will have, Jim Burton is having an animated conversation down there with one of the officials. Now the umpire comes over and is explaining something to him, but Jim has his hat off. Well, he wasn't wearing one to begin with, but he took off his headphones.
So there was a flag on the play. Oh, yeah, the kick out of bounds.
Yeah, the kick out of bounds. So they're going to move the ball to the 40-yard line, and Lander will have it first down and 10. So that's where the Tigers start, at their own 40-yard line here. 9.5 minutes to go in the game. Exciting one. Lander 35, Douglas 14. Douglas has scored the last 2 touchdowns in this contest.
So this would be a great time for the Lander offense to start running the clock down with Cody West.
Yeah, exactly.
2 receivers on the left, and Cody West in the backfield. He's going to send Finn McFadden in motion. Now he's going to line up on the right side. Hollingshead, it'll be a pitch to Cody West. Cody West going to bounce to the right side, cut up the middle, get a first down, gain of 12 inside of the opposing team's territory.
A Wind River Realty first down for the Tigers down to the Douglas 48, and a nice run on the play, as Andrew said, of 12 yards. And Andrew got some great play from the offensive line there, who made the big hole for him. And it is a first and 10 at the Douglas 48.
So Gavin Romer was in that last play, and he comes back out limping on that left leg. So something to monitor for the rest of the night. Hollingshead at quarterback, Cody West in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. And Hollingshead is allowing the clock to go down, waiting until that official starts counting the time down. Cody West going to shed a tackle up the middle and gets a nice carry of about 6 or 7 yards.
Actually, it's almost 8 yards, I think, Andrew. It's going to be 9 yards on the carry.
Nice.
Actually, nice carry by Cody West. It was deceptive because of all the tacklers around there, but he went down to the 40-yard line, so it's going to be an 8-yard gain by Cody West.
And on comes Gavin Romer back onto the field. After sitting out that last play, he limped back on to the field and ran out there with no limp, so that's a great sign for the Lander Tigers.
8:20 to go in the game, 35-14. Lander second and 1.
Receivers, 2 receivers to the left, and Cody West is lined up with Hollingshead on the left. He's going to give it to Cody West, and his
second effort, I think, makes the first down. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he kept churning.
Hit hard.
And I think Lander... No, they're not going to give him the first down. They're going to say it's short. I thought for sure he was down to the 38-yard line.
They are moving the chains.
No, they did. Okay.
So that,
well,
like you said, that second effort gives the Lander Tigers a Wind River Realty first down. 35-14, 7:50 here in the fourth quarter, in a beautiful night in Bill Bush Arena, Bill Bush Stadium.
7:47 to go. Tigers with the ball on the near side.
Hollingshead sends Espinoza in motion with Cody West in the backfield with him. He's going to give it to Cody West. Cody West is going to cut up the left side, and Cody West gets a first down and more, brought down at the 20-yard line inside of the red zone for the Lander Tigers.
A 19-yard gain by Cody West. And let me tell you what, the C's opened up. The defenders, or the offensive line, really made a great hole for Cody West.
The offensive line has done a great job here tonight, opening up gaps for Cody West, time in and time out over and over again here tonight.
That's a Wind River Realty first down for the Tigers. 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Tigers first and 10. They have it at the 20-yard line.
Tigers looking for what would seem to be the knockout punch here inside of the red zone. Hollingshead at quarterback, Cody West in the backfield, and 2 receivers lined up on the right side. Snap, handoff to Cody West. There's a flag on the play. Cody West is going to bounce to the left side and get pushed out hard, out of bounds, but there's a penalty on the play.
Well, let's see what this is. That would indicate a motion of some kind. I thought maybe Douglas jumped a little bit early, but we'll wait and see.
Ryland Van Doren was the first man to attempt to tackle Cody West, but just couldn't get the right angle as Cody West outran him.
Well, let's see. Here comes the umpire, and let's get the call on this. He makes his way through all the players. Now he turns around.
Umpire.
Yeah, there we go.
He seems to like to take his time. Holding.
Holding against Lander. They sure have been taking their time with making the call. So that's going to be a 10-yard walk-off, and they're going to make it back to the 31-yard line on the penalty. It's a 9-yard penalty, actually. So it will be first down and 19. So the Tigers, 6:48 to go. Clock is moving with the big 21-point lead.
Cody West in the backfield, line up on the left side of Hollingshed. One receiver on the left and two receivers on the right for Hollingshed. Hollingshed is allowing the clock's not rolling, so it is a handoff to Cody West. He's going to bounce up the middle, and a nice spin move and a last push forward seems to get him back to that original line of game.
Yeah, he'll be back. He picks up those 10 yards and maybe 11. Let's see. No, it's back at the 21, so that's a 10-yard gain by West. 20 carries in the game now, 172 yards for West.
Back-to-back weeks for Cody West, having over 150 yards.
Yeah. Under 6 minutes to go in the game now. And you mentioned twice now that Hollingshed is waiting for the back judge to make the 5-second count before he snaps the ball to run as much time as they can off the clock.
Exactly what you want to do. You're in a great position here. The Lander Tigers knocking on the door. Hollingshed snaps the ball. Another handoff to Cody West. Oh no, Espinoza.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. It was Cody West. I beg your pardon.
Cody West on the carry, and a defender looked like to get the back of his pads.
Yeah.
So maybe another missed horse collar penalty, and there will appear to be a timeout on the field. So we're going to take one with them. We're going to be right back. Lander Tigers up 35-14, 5:30 here in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back.
Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Back from timeout here in Bill Bush Stadium where the Tigers are up 35-14. 3rd and 11 for Hollingshed and this Tiger offense. Cody West in the backfield, two receivers on the right. Hollingshed takes the snap. It'll be a handoff to Cody West, and Cody West play was blew up right away. First contact made by Kyler
Dowse.
Kyler Dowse, a 5'9" senior.
So do we have an Andrews field goal attempt here? I think we will, maybe. I don't know. It's at the 22-yard line. A timeout is being taken. And from this point, it would be about a 40-yard field goal. But timeout on the field. We'll be right back. 5:23 to go. Lander 35, Douglas 14.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
It will be from the 28-yard line, 38 yards.
So 38-yard attempt for Andrews. The kick is up, and it is
long enough, and
no
it's
good.
off to the left side. So field goal attempt missed. That's only his third miss of the season from 38 yards.
Andrews, a very accurate kicker.
He had the length on it.
He did.
And he had the height, but it just, and look where the breeze is blowing. The breeze is blowing out of the northeast, and he missed on the left-hand side. So the wind, for the second time, might have kicked or blew one of his field goals off course. So Douglas takes over now, and the football is going to be at the 20-yard line.
And we have a final score update from our partners across town. Riverton beats Buffalo 41-12. Another big win for the Riverton Wolverines, who we will see here next week, Friday night at 6 o'clock.
And if this lead holds for Lander, we'll have two 5-0 undefeated teams in the East Conference meeting here in Lander. Should be a great game.
Shaping up to be a great game in that rivalry. Under center is Martinez. He's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to look to throw. He's going to find his man, pushed out of bounds, caught by Owen Meyer. First down, Bearcats.
Yeah, that was a nice rollout that time by Martinez.
So as you mentioned last drive, this Bearcat offense has seemed to find their rhythm, just really haven't been able to stop the penalties and the turnovers from happening, which prevented them from getting back into this game.
17-yard pass on that play to Meyer.
So Landon Martinez still at quarterback. Milo in the motion, trips receivers to the left and one on the right. Martinez pressure appears to be coming from Lander, and it's going to be a motion jet sweep, and it's going to be on the carry.
Yeah, it's going to be down to the 45-yard line.
Owen Meyer on the carry, so a gain of 8 yards on the play, and they are now running no huddle, same formation as last play. Now Milo is on the left side of Martinez. Martinez is going to snap the ball. It's going to be a bubble screen to the same guy, Owen Meyer, who seems to be the favorite for Martinez, and we'll get enough for the first down.
Yeah, that'll be a nice pay that time. And Big Country almost got his hands on that one. That was really, really close.
So no huddle. They seem to flip the formation now, seeing trips on the right and one receiver on the left. He's going to roll out to his right side. Pressure coming from Cody West, and Cody West hits the quarterback and ruled as an incomplete pass. Cody West applies the pressure, brings up a 2nd and 10, stops the clock at 4:25.
Yeah, that was all because of Cody West pressure, and the ball only went about 7 or 8 yards and plopped into the grass, or I should say the turf field here. 4.5 minutes to go. Great offensive or defensive line performance by the Tigers. Tigers leading 35-14, under 4 minutes and 26 seconds to go. So that means if it's under 4:26, it's 4:25. Here we go. Douglas on the near side now.
Under center is Landon Martinez with Milo Aria in the backfield. And it'll be a play action. He's going to roll out. He's going to give it to Milo, and it's going to be incomplete. Pressure from Gavin Romer, who went down earlier with injury. Great to see him apply pressure on that play. Brings up a 3rd down.
And that was all of Gavin Romer. I tell you, he had his big paws up in the air, and the pass hit the ground before it got to Aria. And two great pass rushes in a row by Gavin Romer.
And Gavin Romer is he has a great presence on that defensive line for the Lander Tigers when really frustrates the quarterback at times.
3rd down for the Douglas Bearcats. They need 10. Big play.
So Martinez at quarterback and has Milo Aria in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to the right and 2 receivers to the left. 4:20 on the clock, fourth quarter, 3rd down and 10. Roll out to his right is Martinez. He's going to throw. He's going to look. He's going to find. Pass was intended for Owen Meyer. No, my apologies. Pass was not intended for Owen Meyer. Pass was intended for Please turn around. Number 3, Jarrett Jones.
And that was pass was just a mite high.
And that would have been an acrobatic catch by Jarrett Jones if the catch was made just a little bit overthrown, as you said. So it brings up a 4th and 10 for the Bearcats.
And with only 4 minutes to go, 4 minutes 14, they're going to go for it on 4th and 10. And, why not?
Yeah. What do you have to lose at this point?
And the Tiger defense, has another opportunity to get a big stop. 4th down and 10.
3 receivers to the right, 1 on the left, and a back in the backfield being Milo Aria. Martinez going to roll out to his right. Going to look, throw over the middle. He's going to find his man, and that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, it is.
It is enough for the first down. Pass caught by Cash Lenzen.
11-yard gain. So that's just an 11-yard gain, and but I tell you what, it's the first down. So
that was one of the better passes by Landon Martinez. Got his feet set. Martinez quick play. He's not gonna have his feet set. It's gonna be intercepted by Finn McFadden, and Finn McFadden will go down at that 23-yard line, where the Lander Tiger offense will take over. And as I mentioned, that was one of the better passes. The play prior to that by Landon Martinez, and he was. Appeared to have a lot of pressure from the Lander Tiger D-line and threw off his back foot, intercepted by Finn McFadden.
That is he's intercepted a pass now in 4 games, if I'm correct.
Finn McFadden doing great things on both sides of the football for the Lander Tigers.
He had 2 interceptions last week against Torrington, and he's got 1. And, of course, that's the turnover. We had another interception earlier in the game. By the Tigers, by Cole Espinoza. So Lander has the ball now, 1st down and 10. It's at the 25-yard line.
And Cody West makes a nice move. It was a pitch from Hollingshed to Cody West and gets a gain of about 2 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, they're going to mark him up to the 26-yard line. And it was at the 24. So 2 yards on the play by West, has 174 yards unofficially in today's game. Clock moving now, under 3.5 minutes to go.
35-14.
Tigers making wholesale interceptions. We haven't called the name of Barrett Moffat. He had an ankle injury, and he was in. Well, you can see him right down here with Braden Baker. They're both in their street clothes.
Oh, yes, I see that. Braden Baker in the wheelchair. Hate to see that. Cody West on the carry, and right away, met in the backfield will lose yardage right at the original line of scrimmage. So
Cody Hessler
brings up a 3rd and 10.
So Hessler gets back in there and gets him back at the 24. So it's a loss of 2 yards on the play by West, and he has 172 yards now with that 2-yard loss. Clock moving to 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Lander 35, Douglas 14.
2 receivers on the left, and a back in the backfield being Cody West. Hollingshed waiting for that clock to for the ref to wave his hand in the air where that countdown begins.
There it goes. And there's the snap.
High snap. It'll be a pitch, a close pitch to Cody West. Oh, Cody West hit hard and flip. He did a front flip and will be brought down at the 30. The ball will be marked down at the 32-yard line.
And that's not enough for the 1st down. That's only an 8-yard gain, so it's 4th and 2 by the Tigers.
And the Douglas Bearcats take a timeout, 4th and 2 to coming up, and we'll be right back with that right after this.
Your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Golden Buffalo Jewelry in Riverton knows that sports bring our community together. From Friday night lights to weekend tournaments, they're proud to cheer on our local athletes and support the teams that give us so much to root for. At 407 East Main, you'll find something special for everyone. Timeless pieces, unique gifts, and a selection worth exploring. Stop in, discover the perfect treasure, and know you're supporting a business that supports local sports. Where community and sparkle shine side by side. Call 307-857-2789 today.
Your car or truck?
Back from the timeout brings up should be a 4th and 2.
And the Tigers are going to go for it here.
The offense is staying out on the field, sends Finn McFadden in motion. He will be from the left side now, lining up on the right side. And there will be a offsides penalty, and that is, there should be an extra penalty on the.
Well, he stomped on number 1, stomped on one of the Tiger guys, but it was a nice hard count by Hollingshed, and the 5-yard penalty makes it first down for the Tigers at the 37-yard line. Another Wind River Realty first down.
And so, barring anything wildly happening, that likely puts the nails in the coffin for the Douglas Bearcats. 1st and 10, 2:02 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Sends Finn McFadden in motion. Back in the backfield being Cody West. Same formation that they were going to run last play. He's going to give it to Espinoza up the middle. Nice shovel pass, as you mentioned, to Espinoza. Brought down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, nice gain on the play of 6 yards for Espinoza. And we haven't seen a shovel pass before, have we?
No, I don't think so. Maybe inside of the red zone, but not here tonight we haven't. So clock rolling, under 1:35 to go. Lander Tigers a minute away from moving to 5-0 and seeing another 5-0 team next week, being the Riverton Wolverines, shaping up to be a dogfight of a match.
Boy, that'll be a tremendous thing. Get here early. There'll be a huge crowd, and Lander's going into the victory formation right now with a minute 14 to go. Yeah, here we go. There's the step down by Hollingshead, and it'll be 3rd and 6, and there's just a minute to go in the game.
Under a minute now, as they were just in the victory formation. So this next play should be the last of the game here tonight for their homecoming night. The Lander Tigers picking up the victory, moving to 5-0.
Yeah, that's great. Down to 40 seconds now.
And like you said, Coach Burton said they won 2 road homecoming games, and now it would be nice if they won their own, and they did just that.
And they did just that.
And Hollingshed in the victory formation takes the last kneel down, and that should seal it. 35-14. The Lander Tigers move to 5-0, doing it all through the air and through the ground. Finn McFadden, 2 touchdowns. We will talk about that in the postgame show. Lear Lander Tigers are 5-0, and they have a big game next week against the Riverton Wolverines, which we will also look ahead into that in the postgame show. So we'll be right back with that. Your Tigers are 5-0.
Repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Stay at the newly renovated Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, proud sponsor of all sports teams, home and away. Experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience with Hampton's top-notch amenities, including a free hot breakfast, complimentary dinner and drinks Monday through Thursday evenings, a sweet shop for snacks and essentials, a pet-friendly environment and an indoor hot tub pool, and a fitness center to keep up with your workout routine. We've got everything you need for an exceptional stay. Reserve your stay now on our website, Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, where comfort meets convenience.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Hot Springs Pharmacy is proud to cheer on our hometown Bobcats. Whether it's game night or school night, we've got the prescriptions, health essentials, and friendly service you can count on. Hot Springs Pharmacy, your local team, your local pharmacy. Let's have a big cheer for our hometown team.
Midway operates our 4 showrooms as one location, giving you by far the biggest selection of inventory in the region. Midway has the best buying experience before and after the sale. Our team members have more experience and knowledge to better serve you. Midway's success is based on hard work. Our team members give 110% to make sure you have a fast, enjoyable experience. We have what you need. At Midway, you're not just a customer, you're part of the Midway family.
It's a final from Lander, the Lander Valley Tigers 35, and the Douglas Bearcats have 14. So Lander moves now to 5-0, 2-0 in conference play. And as Andrew said, the Riverton Wolverines won tonight, and they're 5-0 and 2-0 in conference. So big game here in Lander at Bill Bush Stadium next Friday night, and that will be a huge crowd, a big Fremont County battle with the 2 undefeated teams. Taking a look at our scoring summary, Lander scored first, 7:10 to go in the first period. It was a 2-yard rush by Parker Burton. Caleb Andrews with the PAT. It was 7-0. 11:28 to go until halftime. Paxton Hollingshead snuck it over from 2 yards. Andrews added the PAT. It was 14-0. With 6:53 to go in the second period of play, it was a 33-yard pass from Hollingshead to Darian Herford on the first play after the Tigers got a fumble, and it was 21-0. Then, with no time left on the clock in the second quarter, it was a Hollingshead pass to McFadden, and that made the score 28-0. And Douglas got on the scoreboard for the first time at the 7:13 mark of the third period, a 1-yard Oria run. The rush for 2 failed, and it was 28-6. And then the Tigers scored again, and this was at 2:45 to go in the third period. A 41-yard pass from Hollingshead to McFadden. Andrews added the PAT, and it was 35-6. Final score came in the third period, or in the fourth period, the first play of the first drive of the fourth period by the Douglas Bearcats, when it was a 1-yard run by Milo Oria. The PAT was a rush by Oria, and it was 35-14, and that's where we ended the game. We had a pass interception by Finn McFadden again tonight, and we also had, we had a fumble recovery by the Tigers. Romer forced Gavin Romer forced the fumble, and Darian Herford recovered the fumble. So there was 2 interceptions, and then we had, didn't we have another interception somewhere along the line?
Finn McFadden's?
I thought we did. Oh, here it is. No, it was Cole Espinoza who got a second quarter interception with 7 minutes to go in the period. And then the Tigers scored right after that. So 2 pass interceptions and 1 fumble recovery. The Tigers did not turn the ball over. And another great victory by the Tigers, and final 35-14, setting up a really good battle next week against the Riverton Wolverines right here at Bill Bush Field. Looking at some of the individual stats for the Lander Tigers, Cody West carried it 22 times for 172 yards. Espinoza had 1 carry for 22 yards. Hollingshead had 3 carries for 33, and it was Burton on that touchdown, 2 yards. So Lander ended up with 256 yards of rushing. Hollingshead threw the ball 13 times, and he connected on 6 of those passes for a total of 80. Let's see, where was it? It was 89 yards. So the Tigers ended up with 371 yards total offense in the contest. Tiger receivers, McFadden caught 2 for 26, Andrews 2 for 26, Hereford 1 for 33. That was a touchdown catch. Cody West 2 for 14, and Espinoza caught 1 for 6 yards. For the Douglas Bearcats, Oria, one of the quarterbacks, they used 4 quarterbacks tonight, had 19 carries for 92 yards. Roberts had 6 carries for 28 yards. Meyer, 7 carries for 86 yards. Jones, 2 carries for 8 yards. And we had Spence, 1 carry for 16 yards. And Martinez, 1 carry for 8 yards. In the passing department, Meyer was 2 of 4 for 11 yards, and Martinez was 5 of 5 for 26 and 37, 43 and 54 yards. So total offense for the Douglas Bearcats, 288 yards to 371 yards for the Lander Valley Tigers. So the yardage not that far apart. Lander had Douglas's number, Andrew, in the first half totally. Douglas could not move the ball, but the Bearcats got the rhythm in the second half and got a couple of touchdowns on the board.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that first half, after that first drive, really the water ran dry for that offense, for the Bearcat offense, and they must have made some adjustments at halftime and came out and looked like a better offense. Obviously, penalties and turnovers prevented them from getting back into this game. But yeah, Douglas, like you said, better second half offense. This Lander Tiger defense is just the real deal.
And we'll be back with Lander head football coach Jim Burton right after we listen to this.
Bakery in DuBois for Family Fun Night. Now booking parties for all ages and occasions. To reserve your company, family, or birthday party, call 455-3660. Nana's Bowling and Bakery is proud to support Fremont County student athletes.
For more than 40 years, Porter's Mountain View Supply has been serving central Wyoming with top brand name spas, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor grills. With 2 locations in Riverton and Casper Plus financing available for your purchase, Porter's offers expert advice, quality products, and service along with maintenance. Porter's, your local spa, stove, and fireplace provider in Riverton at the corner of Sunset and North Federal.
Clogged drains? Top Priority Drain Cleaning's got you. Fair prices, top service, and a lowest price guarantee. Show any past price and they'll beat it by 5%. Call Top Priority now at 307-709-CLOG. They would like to wish all the Fremont County teams good luck this year.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
Hi, my name is Deputy Krista Grove with the Laramie County Sheriff's Office. I wanted to remind everyone that no matter how big your kiddo might be.
Okay, Ernie over and Andrew Garcia back with you at Bill Bush Memorial Stadium. And Coach, in our pregame show, you said, we won the homecoming at Evanston. We won the homecoming at Torrington. Let's win our own homecoming. And by golly, you did.
Yeah, we came out and we did what we had to do. A little different. Like you said, their quarterback didn't play, and so they're in that Wildcat, and that 28 is a heck of a running back. He's a big bruiser, but, man, he can scoot. But we came out and neutralized him enough early on that we can jump out on them. And then defense, we get a pick, we get a couple fumbles. I mean, we win the turnover battle. You get the turnover battle and we control the line of scrimmage like we did, you're going to win football games.
They found their rhythm in the second half.
And they just found a niche that they thought they could exploit, and we just didn't have the horses to cover it. But at that point, we're trying to get subs in, and we're trying to get guys reps, and then we're just trying to cover up what we can. A few things we got to tweak, and we'll watch the film and just see exactly what was going on, but it's just a tweak here or there, and I think we got it.
Yeah, Cody West, another great night. Braden Baker has been lost for the season with a knee injury, and he stepped up right where Braden left off.
It's great when you can just line up and you can count on 5-6 yards. That's an amazing. That is like a luxury that you have no idea how good that feels. That we can. Hey, you know what? I need 5. Great, hand it to Cody. And then when they overplay Cody, we pitch it forward to Espinoza, and he gets a first down. Just those guys are just great. The line is just blocking out of their minds.
Yeah, and Paxson was really right on with the passing.
Well, and they started bringing more guys than we could block. They're bringing 6 and 7, and he's finding the open receiver immediately. He is making good reads back there.
Well, the touchdown right there at the end of the first half was spectacular. McFadden was all alone, and he was under pressure, and the decoys went right and left. He went right up the middle, caught the pass.
Well, and I tell you what's crazy is they were bracketing him. Heck, they had 2 and 3 over him, and he's still finding ways. We move him around a little bit. The one touchdown we found later, I moved him over to the weak side, and we caught him. They didn't see him. There's just things we have to do to get him some touches because he's an explosive player. We need those explosive plays.
Yeah. Now, it looked like Romer might have had a cramp out there. What's the report on him?
Yeah, cramp. Well, he had more than one. I think he cramped from his calf all the way up to his hip.
Ooh.
So he was, again, it's homecoming, and we spent an hour on a float out in the heat. You're trying to get water in them, and then the kids are like, we got to support the volleyball team. So they're cheering on the volleyball team for about an hour and a half until they had to get in the locker room. So, it's homecoming. It's one of those things that we just got to keep an eye on and make sure during the week we're doing a better job of hydrating.
Well, I don't think we have any more homecoming games coming up on the schedule, darn it.
You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, we might be maybe Buffalo or Rollins will have us as a homecoming late. I've never seen it that late, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
I think 3 is the most I've ever won, so we're going to save that probably.
Well, Romer, again, had his big paws up in the air and had a couple of pass rushes.
Oh, yeah, he's knocking the ball down. He's adjusting the quarterback's angle. We're making him throw him over, around, and then when we force that stuff back inside, the other guys are cleaning it up. So good game by Romer. Really, really props to the other guys. Caleb Andrews, again, kicking pretty well. He just barely missed that field goal, but kicked well, and then he's got some big catches. Darian Herford gets a big catch. Parker gets in the end zone. So we got a lot of different guys contributing, and I think that's going to help us going forward.
Well, a lot of the pressure in the second half on the Douglas quarterbacks, they used 3 people tonight as quarterback, was Cody West. He was in the backfield all night long.
You can't block him. We try to in practice when we have to put him on scout team. You can't block the guy. So he takes a lot of reps, and he just he does what he has to do. Sometimes he gets lost in the shuffle a little bit. He's a little undersized right there in the middle, but his quickness usually gets him out of it.
Well, you said in our pregame show and at the end of last week's game that the kids needed to step up, and the O-line today made some giant holes for our running backs.
Yeah, he's got lots of room to run, and when you're not getting touched for 7 yards, you're going to do some great things.
Okay, Coach, we appreciate you coming up. Now, the big game is next weekend, Friday night, 2 undefeated teams, Riverton and Lander. That's always a good one.
Yeah, that's a conference championship game. I don't want to look ahead of anybody, but we in that one, we're in good shape, not only to host a playoff game, but to be the champ and then maybe host 2, which is the ultimate goal, right?
Yeah, because we haven't won a quarterfinal game in like 8 years.
Hey, I count 0.
Yeah, right, count 0.
The count is 0. We're not worried about that. We're going to go out tonight. The guys are going to have a good, safe night. They're going to look after each other, have a fun homecoming, and then we're going to go take care of business starting Monday.
All right. Riverton versus Lander next Friday night. Is that 6 o'clock start?
I think so. As far as I know, it's 6, but you know how things go sometimes.
Well, like this one was changed.
You'll be the first one to know after I know.
Okay,
I'll call
right.
you. I'll shoot you a text.
Very good. Excellent. Coach Jim Burton, congratulations to you and your coaching staff for a great win tonight.
Thank you. Thanks, Andrew, and go Tigers.
You bet. Go Tigers. Okay, we've got another player we want to talk to up here. And let's see, let's get him over here. And let's see. Oh, that's Cody West, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, Cody West, over here. Now you get to talk on this radio. All right, very good. What's the secret to your success? I mean, you're able to find those holes, and you know, you're like McFadden out there. You're jigging and jugging and getting past the defenders.
Definitely. I see him come at me, and all I'm thinking is I got to either run this guy over or spin off of him and just get by. And I'm just looking to score every play. I'm just running as hard as I can, and that's all you can ask for.
Well, you're a pretty good spinner out there because, you know, you've gotten in some jams out there, and you just do the spin and get out and pick up another 4 or 5 yards.
Definitely. I love hitting him with the shoulder and then spinning off and just keep going downfield and picking my legs up and just running through as many people as I can.
Now, your brothers on the O-line were very helpful tonight. They made some big holes.
Definitely. I just trusted them and ran behind them. And just when the time was right, I'd cut off and go do my own thing and sprint down the field. But they help so much. Having that big of guys on my team just helps so much.
You know, Coach Burton always says, you know, we want the guys to step up each game. And unfortunately, in Torrington, Braden Baker went down, and then you stepped up right away. Almost a 200-yard rushing night in Torrington.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it just sucks. It sucks it's his senior year, and that had to happen to him. But all we got to ask for me is to just step up and run as hard as I can.
Yeah, and you got an interesting little pitch out tonight. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, we love that play. We love to fake and toss it out to me and just keep going. And everybody's like, "Oh, where'd the ball go?" And I'm down the field running with it.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty speedy. You're on track too.
I do. I actually plan to maybe run track in college. Last week after Torrington, I went on a visit to Chadron State College for track.
Yeah, a lot of Wyoming boys on that Chadron school.
Oh, yeah. I met all of them. They seemed like great guys.
All right. Now, next Friday, a big rivalry. What are you guys going to do? I'm sure you're going to celebrate tonight, but then what's the focus?
Definitely the focus is we just got to come out hard and beat them. I mean, we have the guys. We have the talent. We can beat these guys. We're head and head with Riverton now. It seems like it's going to be a pretty close, pretty tough game, but I know we can do it.
Yeah.
We have the guys. We got the big guys. We got the speed. We can do it.
How about the crowd tonight, standing room only here?
Oh, yeah. It was amazing. Winning homecoming. It's been a while since we've done that, and it was just a great feeling. Now we just get to go celebrate and have a good night.
All right. And, of course, what Coach Burton was saying, you know, we want to get into that playoff, but we want to have 2 home games.
Oh, yeah.
Not just one. Yeah.
We got to win that game. We got to.
Yeah. Okay. Cody, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you taking the time to come up and talk with us.
Yes, definitely. I appreciate it so much.
Okay. Well, good luck against River City.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a great night.
All right. Thanks, Cody West, our #1 runner on the Lander team. And he said just about what we thought he was going to say, right, Andrew?
Yes, absolutely. Way for him to step in his first start this year. Unfortunately, Braden Baker went down, as you mentioned. But, these past 2 games have been outstanding for Cody West. And, you know, he's going to look to carry that over to this big game next week.
Yeah, this is going to be a big one. So mark your calendars now and make sure you come out early because this place is going to be rocking and it's going to be a full house. Tonight was a full house. This is the largest crowd Landers had this year. And, of course, you know, when you're undefeated and you're coming into homecoming, you expect to have a big crowd. And, boy, they showed up tonight.
Yeah, they did. That student section was loud. The rest of the fans were loud. And when I went down there, it was crowded. I was like, there was people everywhere. I almost ran into a few people, but it was a great show out for this Lander Tiger football team or fans. And then next week, it's going to, like you said, it's probably going to be even busier on that other side because Riverton to Lander is only a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, they'll probably bring their band over, which is fine because it's good to have all that music going and the fans rocking and rolling. So Lander fans had a lot to cheer about tonight. The Tigers win 35-14 against the Douglas Bearcats. And for Lander, this is their first victory over Douglas since 2019. So it's been 6 years.
Wow.
Last Lander win was 31-26. This one was 35-14. So interesting scores. Last year, if you remember, the Tigers played at Douglas, and they had a really, really tough game down there. They played really well and only lost 20-11. So the Tigers have now moved their record against Douglas to 8 wins and 18 losses, and their overall record to 5-0. Coach Jim Burton, in his third year, is now 9-12 on the victory, and the Tigers 5-0 overall and 2-0 in conference. Any final words, Andrew?
Fantastic game. I hope they have a fun weekend with their homecoming. I know I will. But big win, and like we've mentioned, this will be a big week next week, and everybody get ready for that.
And, of course, what Andrew's referring to is the school he goes to is Shoshone, and they beat their rival Wind River by 6 points in a very, very exciting game last night. So a couple big homecoming wins for Fremont County schools. You've been listening to the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on KFCW and on WYO Today YouTube. We want to thank you for tuning in tonight on KFCW 93.1 and on WYO Today YouTube for the audio presentation of tonight's game. Our thanks and appreciations to Kevin Shields, General Manager of WYO Today Media, for the opportunity to do these games. I want to thank Leanne Sanderson for her engineering back at the radio studio, and to you, Andrew, congratulations on another fine broadcast. I think you're going to make a pretty good broadcaster, by golly.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and we'll make sure you get the full second half against against the Riverton Wolverines next week. Okay, this is Ernie Over bidding you a pleasant good evening on our Click It or Ticket post-game show. Again, our final score, the Lander Valley Tigers 35 and the Douglas Bearcats 14. And we'll see you again next week right here at Bill Bush Stadium. Good night, all. Drive carefully.
Still be sitting in a booster seat. My son, Sylvester Grove, 9 years old, still sits in a booster seat in my vehicle. I've responded to far too many crashes where there have been kids not buckled up and have seen the worst. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
WYO Glass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. WYO Glass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a